studio monitors, something all of us need if we're mixing music at home. But I keep hearing a lot of the same stories from you guys. I don't have the space for them. I can't crank them up. I don't have any room for monitor stands. How much do I need to spend? All that kind of stuff. Now, fortunately, the guys who make my favorite entry-level monitors ever, the Kali LP6, have a brand new solution that might just work for an awful lot of you guys. Whoops! All right, note to self. Next time I throw something heavy on the table, make sure it's locked down. Presenting the Kali, fuck are these called? IN-UNF. What the hell, guys? What kind of a name is that? Did you guys get together with Lewitt and say, hey, let's come up with the most obscure title we possibly can for our kick-ass new product? I swear, it's like you guys sit around having drinks. How can we fuck with the consumers today? No, seriously, I've just put this together and I'm absolutely blown away by this. Wow. When I first initially got wind of this, I thought, oh, this might be kind of cool to see if I can maybe fit this into my backpack and we'll have like a portable mixing rig or something like that. No. That's not what's going on here. This is way too big. These are the biggest balls I've ever seen as far as speakers are concerned. Look at this. These weigh a ton as well. This is no way I would ever want to put this on my back. Now, for all you guys who might have lived through the home theater boom of the 90s, this concept here might look kind of familiar. I have never, ever seen this done on home studio monitors, and I gotta say, I really like the whole setup. It's very compact. It doesn't take up a crap ton of desk space. And the most important part is, you absolutely do not need speaker stands. So that clears up a lot of floor space right there. And these things are the easiest thing in the world to set up. They give you some really nice, easy to follow instructions on how to do these. Basically, set them up at arm's length and aim them at your ears. That's it. And the bonus here is that because they're aimed up, you don't have to worry about getting reflections off your desktop, something that so many of us struggle with. Congratulations to Kali for thinking outside the box on this one. And I gotta say, I'm really blown away by the performance. I didn't know what to expect when I pulled this out of the box. I was not expecting to get my mind blown by the shit-kicking bass coming out of this. I mean, this just absolutely rips. Here's a mix I'm working on right now. Okay, yeah, right now I'm hearing a little problem with the snare. It's sounding a little bit boxy. I might want to hear a little bit more bottom end in the bass guitar as well. These things are really giving me a clear picture of what's going on. The detail I'm hearing in this mix is just mind-blowing. I just can't get over how good these are working. And once again, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that we're no longer dealing with desktop reflections. We can really hear what exactly the hell is going on in our mixes. If you guys are wondering about the box here, this is actually kind of cool. Check this out. So this will work several different ways. I've got it just set up behind my laptop here. And I wanted to do this mix to prove a point, is that if you're on a small setup, I'm on a little MacBook Air right now. And that's all I'm going to use to do this mix. I'm going to do it completely in the box, just using plugins and this, and show you guys just what is actually possible by using a system like this. Now, if you don't have enough desk space, say behind your computer, laptop, whatever you're using, you can stand this thing up. And you're in business. It's really that simple. Now you got a lot more desk space free. Okay, that's the first thing I want to fix there is the snare. It's just a little bit boxy. I'm going to take some of that AIX drum EQ to it and see what I can do. But I want to show you guys another little setup you can use as well. Like, let's say you've got a full-size monitor. This bad boy is tough enough to make it work as a monitor stand. You can literally have your keyboard down here. You can have your monitor sitting on this as a stand, and it's going to do the job. This bass module is amazing. Like I said, I'm really blown away by just how well it works. Let's see if it works as a laptop stand as well. I'm kind of curious about this. All right, I think I figured out something very, very important. Even though this is a wonderful monitor stand, might not be the smartest place to put your laptop, because I put it up here and shit started going weird. Seems to be okay now. Oh, there we go. See, the screen just went blank. And then I get this, hey, whoa, like, ooh. I'm taking a wild guess there's a lot of magnets here, and that's probably fucking with something, even though this is running pure SSD. See, if I get it away from it, it works absolutely fine. So don't put your fucking laptop on this thing. No, just don't do it. Hopefully I didn't fuck anything up too badly, but once again, this is all solid state drives. Shouldn't really be causing an issue, but don't use this as a computer stand. And most importantly, don't put any regular style hard drives on here. You will have a bad day. Don't tell me you weren't warned. Great, now I get to bring this up. Let's see if this works. Does the keyboard work? Because, yeah, the keyboard stopped working, and, oh, that was a big mess. Let's hear. Yeah, it seems to work fine now. Okay, great. Fabulous. Let's put the desk back together here for a sec. All right, great. I'm almost ready to go. Now, where the hell did I put my mouse? It was right here. Oh, sure. No problem. Let's do a Kali demo. This will be easy. Fuck's sakes. Where'd my fucking mouse go? I guarantee I set it down somewhere and I got no idea where the hell I left it because I was too busy dealing with others. Fuck! Lost one Logitech mouse. Answers to, you stupid piece of shit. If found, please return to Spectre sound. Fuck! Where the fuck did it go? Here it is. Right where I left it. How's everybody out there doing, by the way? I'm just fucking peachy right now. All right, so where were we? Right, trying to mix a snare drum before I thought I'd get cute and start moving stuff around and, hose my laptop. And one thing they do say on the instructions is don't put the sub below your table. And I can understand why, because you want that shit-kicking bass up here. Oh, look at that. It says don't put your laptop right there. Okay, my fault. I should try reading the instructions. Learned something important today, and boy, am I ever glad I got solid state drives in here. Otherwise, that would have been a real bad day. Only clean with a dry cloth. Okay, bass players and supposed smartass audio engineers, don't put these in the bathtub. Heed all warnings. Good idea. All right. High sound pressure in excess of 85 decibels can cause hearing damage and or loss. Do not expose yourself to high sound pressure levels. Good point. These things, I gotta say, are really freaking loud. So yeah, be careful with these because you could literally tear your freaking ears off. Now, just looking at them right here, it looks very close and very similar to the IN-8s, where you got the mid-range and the tweeter working in a concentric pattern with a central bass unit. And this is absolutely fine. I mean, like, that's how we hear bass. Everything below a certain frequency range is impossible to localize left or right. So a mono bass unit makes perfect sense. And for all you guys out there with the superhuman hearing, yes, I mean you too, you're not going to hear 40 hertz coming from one side or the other, not when it works like this. And besides, it gives us this really cool setup here so we can just avoid the desk reflections. Once again, very impressed by that. All right, let's try and get back into the mix here, and let's try and tweak out the snare a little bit. I'm really happy with the mix, how it was going so far, but I'm just like, ooh, the snare just needs a little work. It's pretty good. I like how it's sounding right now. It's just, it could use a little bit more snap. It's got a lot of mids going on right here. Once again, using the AX drum EQ. Let's take a little bit of the mid out. Yeah, sorry about the insane reverb there. I just realized it's like, that's even starting to grate on me as well. Let's try that, bring down that reverb a bit. That's nice right there. Okay, that's adding some clarity now. I just want to make sure we've got a little bit more reverb in the full mix. Reverb on its own can be a little much, but when you hear it in the context of a mix, it works out pretty damn well. Guitar sound is by the Boker amp knob, by the way, and I got to thank my friend Mr. Eric T for the awesome guitar performance on this. might be getting a bit of the boxiness sound from the room as well. I'm gonna throw a little bit of EQ on that room mic and see what we get here. That sounded pretty good right there. I gotta say, working with the system is pretty great. I'm hearing some details in the mix that I wouldn't actually normally hear on my mains. And again, I think it all has to do with the lack of reflections coming off the desk. This is absolutely phenomenal. I'm surprised nobody's really thought up of making a system like this before. The great thing about this is, yeah, if you're in a small space, this is probably really going to do the trick. But, you know, if you're on the road as well, I wouldn't recommend throwing this in a backpack, but it might work in a suitcase or a travel box or roller bag or something. If you've got to go on and mix on location or something like that, or you're in a touring band or something like that, this might be something cool you can set up in your hotel room. And honestly, the connections are all pretty simple. It's got banana plugs at the side, and you can just hook it up to your computer like a sound card. The Mac found it no problem at all. It comes up as the Kali IN-UNF, and you just select it there, and you select it as your output on Reaper. No problem whatsoever. This has got to be one of the easiest setups I have ever done. Great job there, guys. The fact that it'll recognize the speakers as a sound card is great. And I do believe we can hook it up via other systems as well. So it won't be just a direct connection. It's got all kinds of inputs at the side here. It's even got an optical input. So that's pretty damn cool. So the Kali IN-UNF system you can get at $599. I gotta say, that's not too bad considering what you're getting and the amount of shit-kicking bass that these things throw out. Wow, I'm really impressed they managed to keep the price that low. Now, I'm using the USB-C input here, and it'll support 24-bit up to 48 kilohertz, which is what I record at. Then you can also connect everything else through the other inputs, including the analog ones. So if you want to run real high resolution sample rates, shouldn't be a big problem. You can also hook this up to an iOS device like your phone or your tablet. That's pretty damn cool, but you are going to need a Lightning port adapter. So specs-wise, this whole system has 320 watts of power, and the low frequency response goes all the way down to 39 hertz, which is pretty damn amazing. And the max SPL is 103 dBs. It doesn't recommend going over 85. 103 is probably going to cause you some damage to your hearing. So please be careful with these things. They pack a lot more power than they look like they have. I cannot stress just how loud these little bastards are. Please be careful. Now, I gotta admit, the hardest part about making this video wasn't the actual mixing part. It was getting all my plugins working on my laptop. I've upgraded a few things over the last few months since I got back from Europe, so a lot of my plugins were out of date, and suddenly that added a whole bunch of production time to this shoot. Not that big a deal in the long run, but I'm just gonna say, that was the hardest part, just getting the damn plugins working, not working with the speakers. I think that says an awful lot about this system. I'm gonna admit here, I was originally planning on giving these away at the end of the video because I thought, oh, that's the last thing I need is another set of monitors. But honestly, they're so good, it's going to be one of those from my cold, dead hands kind of deals, because this is just fantastic. I absolutely am in love with these things. I honestly think these are probably the best thing Kali has ever done. I am beyond blown away. These are staying here, and I might set them up as a secondary workstation somewhere in the house or something like that, because they're just freaking amazing. However, I did reach out to my friends at Kali and said, hey, can we give away a set of these? And they're like, hell yes, let's do it. So what I'm going to have is a link in the video description below, and you guys can go over to Rafflecopter and sign up to win a set of these. And I would be more than happy to mail a set of these anywhere in the world to whoever wins them. So there you go. There's a $599 set of monitors up for grabs from your friends here at Spectre Sound and at Kali Audio. Now, if you've never used Rafflecopter before, all you got to do is, sign up for some mailing lists, subscribe to my YouTube channel, that kind of stuff, and it gives you more entry points and your chance to win this. So it's definitely a really cool way of giving stuff away, and I'd love to see somebody out there get them. But if you're in the market for a set of monitors, you don't know what to get, and you don't have a lot of space, and you want something that's really easy to set up and is going to give you shit-kicking bass and some real clarity, definitely give these a look. They're not the cheapest solution out there, but they are definitely a unique solution that I think is going to work for an awful lot of you guys. Anyway, if you find the video useful, please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. I'm getting ever so closer to my goal of 500,000 subscribers, and I think I'm going to give away something even cooler when that happens. Make sure you hit that button. And if you want to get a little bit more in depth with my drum mixing, check out this video here. It's called The Greatest Snare Mixing Trick I Ever Learned. Check it out.